Mafia. Happy 1st of July. So, 4th of July is coming very soon. And so we're going to be making a few salads that you could take to your own cookout, or potluck, or picnic, or however way you're going to celebrate the 4th of July. But just remember, don't drink and drive. And if you're going to be playing with fireworks, don't drink. This is how you lose digits. So, anyhow, let's see here. We've got Demoose, Greg Johnson, YouTube Police 29. Yes, I Can Barbecue, and Janet Lee G, Nora, the Stock Explorer, Anti-29 Society. We got 9 people in chat. So, anyway, now would be a good time to get to it.
There's a banana in the cauldron. There's a banana in the cauldron. I want to say that it was Katie who put banana bomb in the cauldron. Oh, Katie, what have you done? Gather round, my friends.
Gather round the campfire.
Gather closer, my friends.
I want to tell you a story.
Oh,
Oh,
are you
ready?
well? It was a dark and stormy night. The rain fell upon an old tin roof, making a rat-a-tat-tat heartbeat that echoed down the lonely corridor. The wind whipped down the desolate street, creating creaky, sharp scratches of thorny rose bushes against the window pane. At the end of the road there lies a dark secret, deep within the shadows of Mount Rainier. There is a spooky, historic farmhouse where the Munchie Mafia meets.
On YouTube every Sunday night, they watch for the telltale sign
Of ghosts and ghouls of dishes past. And there's always that one person that asks, what is up with all the bananas? This is so weird. Keep the cliffhanger.
You crazy mofo!
That's in chapter 2.
The spirits are getting restless.
As the lightning streaks against the foreboding clouds, with barely a glimmer of the summer solstice moon, alight with its airy crimson and gold, a kitchen which weaves a little magic upon a cast iron pot upon her stove.
With the stirring stir of her mystical wood explode.
She whispers her spell upon her bubbling brew. This potion tastes like bananas fostered. Why, oh, why,
KT, why banana bob is tasty.
the ghosts of the kitchen come out to play,
As the smells of war fill the tiny old kitchen.
while the flicker of the candle casts a billion dancing light that does a tango. That's not a flicker.
That's a twerking banana
And why is it
mocking me.
struggling at one ingredient at a time.
Some are winners, some are losers.
Who the folks suggest a Twizzlers?
Oh,
This banana is possessed.
what kind of voodoo is this? Ha, ha, ha.
You're going to hell for
For that one, a dash of love here, a tiny pinch of passion there, a little bubble bubble, a splash of toilet trouble.
Make Tiger's pants disappear. Hashtag
Black tiger on the double.
Okay, we're back, and we've got 15 people in chat, and we are going to be saying hello to Katie's Kitchen and Judy Mae Collins, Simply Debbie Sue. Viper is also here, and X Zoner 8, a new name that I've never seen before. Hello and welcome. And to answer your question, am I afraid that I'm going to be getting hair in my food? No. Because I already brushed my hair out, so I shouldn't have anything falling out. Or anything like that. And I'm not going to be bending over my food anyway. So, anyhow, we're going to start off with the easier salad, which is it's a quinoa tabbouleh. Now, bulgur wheat is usually used for this. I've also seen it used. I've seen people use farro and also couscous. Those three things are not gluten-free. So we're going to do one that's gluten-free, and we're going to be using a tricolor quinoa, and it's a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 cups of water to 1 cup of quinoa, and you put it into a pot, or you rinse it out, and then you put it into a pot with the water, and then set it on the stove to boil. Add a little bit of salt to it, and you're going to wait until you see all these little curlicues. Basically, the quinoa is going to pop. This is an ancient grain, so it's going to pop, and you'll see these little curlicue pigtail sort of looking things. And then you're going to drain it out, let it dry out thoroughly, because you don't want any water in it. So first, what we're going to start off with is this is 1 English cucumber. This is 1 cup of quinoa, by the way. I'm the only one that eats quinoa in this household, so I'm just going to make a small batch. So if you're looking to do a big batch, just follow the instructions on the bag, okay? So this is 1 whole English cucumber, and the core has been removed, and it's been diced up into a fine dice. And then we're going to add a little bit of chopped Italian parsley. Need the rest of that for my potato salad. So then we're going to add red onion. This is half of 1 medium red onion that's been finely diced, just like so. And then we have 1 Fresno pepper. Or if you don't want anything spicy at all, just use a red bell pepper. That always works nicely. Now, I like to add extra color to mine. So this is 1 whole bundle of green onion without the whites. And then, let's see here, where did I put it? I had it. Oh, there it is. This is 1 container of mint leaves, not the stems, just the leaves, and it's been brunoise, which is you basically just take all the leaves, roll them up, and then just chiffonade, and then so on and so forth. And I'm going to add half of these chives, and that's also 1 of those little blister packs. Hey, kids, for crying out loud. All right, now that we have all that put together, hello, Miss Taro D. Welcome, and hello, Sarah Prestwood. Scratch and Pete PA is also here with us. Hello, 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 aloha. So, 1 lemon. This is a spin on a Lebanese dish. It's just that instead of using the bulgur, you can also use pearl barley too, but also not gluten-free. Okay, so this giant ass lemon is going to go right into the lemon squizzy, and we're going to squizzy the lemon juice, 1 whole lemon. Okay, and then just throw this out. Get rid of the seeds. Dory, please give me a break. So, lemon squizzy, 1 whole lemon. And you can also put garbanzo beans into this if you prefer, just to bulk it out a little bit more and to give it a little bit more texture. You can also take some lightly blanched and shocked cauliflower that's been fully cooled, put it through a food processor and just pulse it so that it's riced. It's just riced cauliflower, and you can add that in there for some extra crunch and a little bit extra body. So we're going to mix this together. It's a nice pretty color, but you know what? I think I'm going to steal a little bit of this red bell pepper. I probably should have gotten 2 Fresnos. Now, if you like yours spicy, you could put other peppers in there if you prefer. Habaneros are real pretty. Okay, now we're going to need some other goodies. What we're going to need is some Butler Family Farm honey from Jerry Butler. I'm just going to squiz this out. Judy May. So Judy May is going to be doing... Come on. I do not want to stick you in Chef Mike. Come on, come out of there, you dreaded thing. One of the things about raw honey is that sometimes it wants to crystallize. Doesn't mean that it's gone bad. One way that you can get it back to a liquid form is to put it in some hot water. Just let the bear float in some hot water. It'll come back. Doesn't mean it's bad. So if yours is doing this, if your honey's doing this, that's a good thing, because that means you've got a good quality honey, for one. Number 2, it's not that difficult. Okay, so we're going to need some cumin. For this amount, we're going to need 1 tablespoon of cumin. And then 1 tablespoon of paprika. Just like so. And then we're going to need, let's see here, forgot to grab it. Balsamic vinegar. And a smidge of olive oil. Okay, so a smidge of olive oil and some balsamic vinegar. We don't want a lot of balsamic, just a little light drizzle. Now, one of the things that I love about this quinoa tabbouleh is you could serve it over the top as a topper for a salad, and then top it with your favorite seafood. So we're going to put a little smidge of olive oil in there. That's going to help to bind it. Whoops. And we're just going to mix it together. Until it's thoroughly combined. It already smells so good. I love the smell of mint. Now, if you would like, you could also put some dried fruits in here, some dried figs or dates. I wouldn't do raisins. That would be weird. And then we're going to give this some finishing salt. This is the blue salt. This is not a cooking salt per se, but it is a finishing salt. It's a little milder in flavor. And there's a lot of controversy on the internet in regard to this. They're saying that, oh yeah, for erectile dysfunction. You know, I'm not making any of those kind of claims. I think it's silly. Okay. So now we're going to need some basil, and we're going to need quite a bit of basil. One whole sprig should be fine. So if you like seafood, I would highly recommend for this quinoa as a salad topper to pair it with some salmon or some shrimp, grilled, and it's just absolutely delightful, but not necessary. Okay? Oops, not ready for that yet. Okay, so now we're going to pluck the herbs, or pluche, as they say in French culinary terms, pluche. Say it with me, pluche. I'm going to take the big leaves. We'll save that little tiny one. We'll save this little tiny one here too for garnish, provided I can find it. There it is. And that's a pretty little top, I think. Yes, that's a pretty little top, so we'll save the little top there. Just going to take the big leaves. Pinchy pinch. Just like so. That one's kind of wrecked. So just grab that. Just like so. And it's always best when you're dealing with your basil to leave this as the last thing to do, or else it can get bruised and it'll go black on you. And you don't want that. You want them to look beautiful and crisp and clean, and so on and so forth. In these containers, you just leave your basil out. Don't put it in the fridge. Just, you know, fluff it around a little bit. That will help to keep it from going all cattywampus on you. I probably bought too much, but that's okay. I will definitely use it for something else. Probably make a basil simple syrup for some cocktails. All right. So I see a stem there, so we're just going to kick that over to the curb, and then we're going to use the claw method with our knife and just go in and chiffonade. Create these pretty little strings, just like so. Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy. Looks like confetti almost. All right, throw it in there, just like so. We're gonna mix that around. And then you're gonna wanna refrigerate this. Bring it down to full temp of, you know, less than 41 degrees. Do not freeze it. And then it'll be ready to take to your party. There we go. I love quinoa. All right. We'll come back to the feta later because it got some feta. Hey, David Bennett, and hello, Fuzzy, and Mama O is also here, and Blonde Traveling Gypsy is also here as well. Hello, hello, hello. So glad you all could make it. I'm looking forward to the 4th of July. I guess we are going to have some nice weather after all. Okay, so next we're going to make our potato salad. And what I use are the Yukon Golds, and they're the little tiny little new potatoes. And I'll cut them into quarters and I'll cook them until they're al dente. I like to use these instead of the russets, because the russets tend to break down. These at least stay, you know, nice and soft without going to mush. Because nobody likes mashed potato salad. Oh, I love pesto too. I make a cilantro pesto that's really good. Really like that a lot. Okay, so this is the easiest way to deal with eggs. So this recipe is a tribute to my grandmother, Elva. She passed away in 1997, I believe. Her general rule of thumb, because she always made hers with russet potato, was for every 2 russet potatoes, it was 1 egg. And what I do is I'll just send it through there. Now the one that's a grid works a lot better, but it's a lot better than having to sit there and, you know, cut it all up. Just makes life go so much quicker. See? Just like so. Get rid of this. Excuse me. Choking on my allergy medication. All right. So now we're going to go to the other things that goes in this. This is 2 ribs of celery that's been finely diced. We got a sweet onion. That's half of a sweet onion. It's like a medium-ish, large-ish. Pimentos are so god dang expensive. 1 little tiny jar, $5. I'm not going to do that. So instead, we're going budget friendly by using bell peppers. These are fresh bell peppers. This is less than 1 red bell pepper, because I used a little bit in the quinoa just to add a little bit more color. Then we got parsley. And then we're going to add, for this amount of potato, that's like a 2-pound bag of potatoes, it's going to be about a ½ cup of sweet pickle relish. Now, if you prefer dill, use dill. If you don't care, make it my way. And of course, some yellow mustard, and I generally put about a ¼ cup. I like mustard in mine, but I don't like it to be so mustard heavy that all you taste is mustard. Old Bay seasoning, and didn't realize I was running out. I usually put about a tablespoon of Old Bay, but I only have like the equivalent of about a half or one teaspoon. So we're going to add instead Jim Baldridge's secret seasoning to make up for the lack of Old Bay seasoning. Now, I also like to put chives in mine, and that's the remainder of the little container of chive. And then mayonnaise. Everybody has their favorite mayonnaise. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, you got to use Best Foods. I use Best Foods. We don't have Blue Plate. We do have Duke's, but they only sell the little tiny jars, and you know, when I'm making a big thing of potato salad, this really isn't a big thing. Hey, you know what? I've made half of the size that I usually make. Timmy, look at that. Aren't you proud of me? Just add however much to get it all to tie together. And you're just going to go in and smash those eggs. And get it all mixed together. Now, if you need more mayonnaise, just add some more mayonnaise. So, there's that. Hey, Buglet. Hey, Cindy Dogwood Cottage is here too. Yay. And this is kind of a labor of love. My grandmother used to make this potato salad every time I go down to visit her. There's always a family reunion of sorts. As I grew up in Washington State, far away from all my family, so I didn't have the luxury of being raised with other family members like cousins and stuff. Until my Hawaiian family graduated from high school and started, coming to Washington State to go to college. But I was like 8 or 9 at the time, and they were considerably older. They were high school or college students, and I was just a kid. I was an oops kid. Totally unexpected. My father was 61 when I was born. All right, so there we have our potato salad. Now, of course, you're going to need some salt and pepper. What are you pointing at, Timmy? You don't put pickles... What?
You're behind.
How am I behind? I have not used mayo in so long, says Emily.
Gary asked you what about pickles.
Pickles, if you want to use pickles, my grandmother never put pickles in hers. What she did put in hers that I don't agree with is olives. I don't like olives in mine. Haven't liked olives in mine since childhood. So, anyhow, I mean, if you want to put olives or pickles in yours, you can definitely put pickles. I've seen people use cornichons and gherkins, like that. You make it however way you want. This is how I make it. Grandmother was a Southern woman from West Virginia. And so she had a certain way about making her stuff. So now, see, that's my quinoa spoon. Now we're going to come back over here. We're going to take care of caprese salad, which is Simon's request. Just choking on my allergy medication today. So, what I like to do is I like to use romaine hearts. Reminder to self, don't wash them and then put them back in the bag. Alright, so you need some leafy greens so you don't end up with a puddle sitting on the bottom of your plate. But at the same time, you want them to have that beautiful balsamic glaze, and so on and so on. Just like so. Just kind of arrange it however way you can. But take the pretty leaves, okay? Don't take the ugly ones. Unless you don't like your family. And if that's the case, then, go to a different cookout. They don't deserve you. Come on now, that was funny. All right, there we go. So now we've got a plate of lettuce. Try to keep the lettuce leaves off from going over the edge. There we go. Just do your best. I mean, this is why I hate round plates. All right, now we need tomatoes. And we're going to slice them pretty thin, but not too thin, okay? So what are you guys doing for your 4th of July? We're going to be doing a pop-up just before Eddie and Gary go live on Saturday. Going to be raiding over to Devil Dog. And now we're just going to go around. We're going to get our mozzarella cheese. Already got the pre-sliced ones. Now, if you don't have the pre-sliced one, what you can do is you can just use dental floss. It's just the easiest way to do this. And you just lay it out. Now, some people, what they do is they put the basil leaves, whole basil leaves, right there, you know, in it. In between the layers. I don't like to do that because I find it a little bit off-putting because all you taste is the basil. You don't get the saltiness from the cheese. So 2 tomatoes, 1 package of sliced. Now, if you want, you can just use the little cherry tomatoes and get the little tiny mozzarella balls and then just deck it all out that way if you prefer. It's entirely up to you. And I got like 3 little pieces. All right, so we're just gonna, I don't want to waste it, so we're just gonna tuck that under there, tuck that under there. Tax. I'll eat that one. All right. Probably should have used the platter, but I don't want to get the platter dirty. It was just dinner for 2. All right. Done playing with the knife, so let me get this out of the way so I can make more room. All right. So here we have that. Now, let's get back to our basil for just a moment, except for we're going to do some other things. So 2 of the things that we need for this is going to be some balsamic glaze, olive oil, oh, and also salt, and then the basil. That should be just about enough. Now, squirt bottles come in handy for this because you don't want to drown this at all because it's only supposed to get like a very light smattering. Alrighty, there we have that. Now, instead of doing a chiffonade, what I'll do is I'll take some nice leaves. Try to pick ones that don't have any black on them. Just pinch off what the ugly parts. Because this is supposed to be vibrant and light and bright. And I like the rustic aesthetic to it when I don't have it. Just because what they'll do is they'll take a whole leaf and stick it in. I don't like that. So I want to have a little bit of tomato, a little bit of mozzarella, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And set that aside for a moment. Now, we're going to go over it with some olive oil. We're just going to drizzle. Good quality olive oil is important. If it says pomace on it, don't use it. Now we're going to just go over it with some balsamic. You can just kind of go twice. Now, if you want to make your own balsamic reduction, all you have to do is just get a pot. Don't take your eye off of it because that stuff will burn if you let it go for too long, and you might as well just throw the whole damn pot away. All right, finishing salt. Maldon is good, or any kind of coarse sea salt of your choice. I'm using the blue. There we go. Sorry. All right, black pepper. This is just plain black pepper. It's not the multicolored stuff. You're gonna go a little bit. Oops. Is the green leaf just for decor? Yes, unless you want to eat it, you can use it. It's just romaine. But then again, you don't like vegetables. Our neighbor is Designer Kitchen. Cool. Okay, so just tear, okay? But try not to squish it, because if you crush it with your fingers, what's going to happen is it's going to get bruised. Show it some love, okay? Just like so. Look at that. Now, there is such a thing as too much basil, okay? You want to be able to see what's underneath all that. But at the same time, you want to have just the right amount, okay? So there's that. Now, that we've got all that going, let me get this stuff out of the way. Don't need these anymore. Or that. Well, what am I going to be serving with this? Well, I'll show you. So, I've got some steaks. These are bistro fillets, also known as Terrace Major, and there's 4 of them in there. And before we get into that, I want to show you something. So I got a new toy. Got new toys. And these are Caraway stainless steel pans. And they are non-toxic and pretty heavy duty. They're 5-ply, and they're just eco-friendly. And this one's the 10.5-inch smaller one. I don't need the smaller one today. So this is what the big one looks like. It's huge. And it's got a lid. This lid it's pretty substantial. I mean, it's a lot of care and concern went into the design of these things. The handle feels nice. Let's see how well it can withstand heat. The secondary handle doesn't have any rough edge around it. It feels nice in my hand. The lid, that lid just feels great. No sharp edge to worry about. No sharp edge here either. So we're going to preheat the oven, or preheat the stove. And we're going to fry up some steaks. But we got to deck these things out with some goodie. So let's see here. I thought I pulled some. I'm afraid to open this cabinet. Barbecue rub. Those are barbecue rubs. Well, you know what? No, I don't want to do that. Let's just go with just a basic. Hey, Steve. Welcome. So this is our dinner tonight. We're having steaks. It was really funny because on my way home from the doctor's office today, I called Timmy up and I said, "How much do you love me?" He's like, I love you. And I'm like, okay, but how much do you love me? Why? What do you want? He says. And I'm like, well, I'm here at the store and there's some kids out front. And they got a box of kittens and there's 2 little baby orange ones in the box of kittens. Before I can even say, "Daddy, can I have a kitten?" He's like, "No, I don't like you right now." And I'm like, "You're a dick. You're just a right dick." And so he laughed and I laughed and we both laughed and I still called him a dick. Just simply because, you know, I want a new ginger kitty really bad, but you know, realistically, I don't want a kitten. I don't know how well that would go over. Anyhow, so here we have 4 bistro fillets. These are the Terrace Major. This is the located in the scapula area of the cow. These they have fat marbling running through it, so they're not as lean as filet mignon. Of course, they're also considerably smaller. These ones, never seen them this small. All the ones that I used to order, because I used to trim my own, they were, you know, pretty good size that I could make medallions out of them. I mean, you could still do medallions out of this, but you know, it's the poor man's filet mignon. It's considerably cheaper. So we're just gonna, wrong salt. What am I doing? This is finishing salt, Civvy. Good God. What are you doing? All right. Salt. Leaner cuts of meat definitely wants to be aggressively seasoned. So we want to give it a good dose of salt. Now this is Himalayan salt that's in this one. That's my go-to salt, just in case anybody wants to know what salt does Civvy use. All right, so now we're going to need some pepper. Should have asked him to look for some bigger ones, but that's okay. We'll save that little dinky one for the girls. Because the girls have gotta have goodies too, right? All right, so let's go take a look at our pan. What I want to do is I want to take a look and see how even the heat is on this. And I got a cold spot. I don't know if that's my stove or if it's the pan, but all right, so we're good. We're good to go. Now we do want to add some olive oil to the pan. Pretty decent amount. So Caraway pan also has non-stick. And one of the things that I didn't get any non-stick ones. I want to try these ones out. The thing that I like about the Caraway non-stick is that if you've got exotic birds, you don't have to worry so much about, if you overheat your pan, are you going to kill your birds? You won't have to worry so much about that. Okay, so our pan is heated. And it's oiled. This is a nice heavy pan. I think I'm going to really love this. We're going to start with the bigger ones. And Timmy likes his done well done, so I'm not going to put mine down just yet. Keep an eye on my steaks for me. I'm going to just tidy up this nonsense a little bit so I have room to work. That over there. All right. So, yeah, he wants to make sure that his steak is thoroughly cooked. And one of the things that I wanted to try out was to see if this could actually produce a Maillard reaction similar to that of cast iron. I probably should have pulled my cast iron out, but I didn't feel like it today. Hello, Windstone. We got some Terrace Major in a brand new pot, or a brand new saute pan. This saute pan is, actually it's a sauteuse pan, is made by Caraway. I got two pans. I got the 10.5 and this is the bigger one. This one does not come with a lid. I so desperately want to try this one out to see how well it does with frying an egg. And they strongly recommend against using any kind of metal in these pans, even though they are stainless steel. I mean, look at that. That's one nice heavy pan. Got a nice feel to it. These can also be used on induction burners. And the non-stick ones, they got a lot of different colors. And I just didn't want to deal with the non-stick because pretty particular. I've got a lot of enameled cast iron that I prefer to use. What I do like about this is my meat is not sticking to the bottom of this pan. Even though it's not non-stick, it's got a nice polish on it. I've done it before, but not in a long time. Yeah, one of the things that I would like to do is, if I ever get around to remodeling this kitchen is I want to do an island with the cooktop in it, and then replace this here with 2 convection ovens. I think that would be cool. So we got a caprese salad, Winstone. That's right here. And then we got potato salad and also a quinoa tabbouleh. It's not a bad sear. Not a bad sear at all. In here. I like mine to mean mug me on the way to the table. So, probably should have given Timmy the smaller ones. Alright, they're cool induction burners, that is. I've done it before, but not in a long time, says Emily. Gary, that's what she said. Demoose says hi to Winstone. Hi, Demoose. I didn't see you come in. Got 21 people in chat. And we got a total of, we got a total of 15 likes. Don't forget to smash that like button. Oops. My finger just spazzed out. Ooh, thank you, Em. Thank you for the flow state. Very much appreciated. So we're just gonna let these sear. And usually, when your steak isn't quite there, what'll happen is it'll stick to the bottom of the pan, right? And you just have to wait for that Maillard reaction to caramelize and create that crust before you can lift your steak off, right? I'm not seeing that here, so this is kind of lying to me a little bit. I think there's a little bit of a learning curve with these new pans. So far, I'm liking it. Now, the key is to find out, how well are they going to clean up. Alright. So, built to last brings the heat. We're on a mission to craft well-designed, non-toxic home goods that thoughtfully raise the standards of what you cook with. Simply put, our products are designed to make your life easier and healthier. Enjoy. Maximum oven heat is 550 degrees. Use up to medium heat only. Hand wash recommended. No pointy edges. Don't try to drag your pan over the top of your burners. They will scratch. But that's with any pan. I personally don't care because it's like, it's a pan. They're gonna get dinged up, nerfed, and all that other happy hogwash. So I think we're at about a medium for Timmy's. Try to get a little bit of sear on the sides. No pink. aluminum core helps to spread the heat from what I understand. Yes. Yes. But also one of the problems with that is if it's really hot and you throw some cold water into it, if it's an aluminum core, it's more likely to warp. That's why sometimes those aluminum pans, they kind of warp over time. This aluminum generally only has like about 250 uses. You don't really take a very good beating. It's delicious. Oh, where did you go, Mr. Thermometer? Huh? Yeah, it's usually stuck to the side of the table, but it's not anymore. It's fallen down. I'm guessing it probably fell. I don't see it. Oh well. That's okay. So, in case you're interested in Caraway, they also have kitchen organization things as well. If you go on to carawayhome.com, the discount code is STIRRYSTIR, STIRRYSTIR. And you can get a 20% discount, I believe. I think it's 20%. Or 10 or 20%. Huh? Thank you. I mean, there are some meaty bits at the bottom of the pan, and these are silicone coated, and I just gently pushed at it, and it actually comes off pretty nicely. Let mine rest. All right. Well done is too chewy. Yeah. I don't like well done. Medium is the highest that I'll go for mine personally. Not gonna like it, but like I said, I want mine to mean mug me on the way to the table. So let that rest for a moment. Oh, see, this is the reason why I switched to stainless steel cutting boards. This one is stained with chocolate. So I think we're starting our 4th of July live stream at 2 o'clock Pacific. Or 3 o'clock Pacific. What is it? 2 or 3 o'clock Pacific? You remember offhand?
2 hours.
Huh?
2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
3 o'clock. I don't even
And then we're gonna go over to Double Dogs. You think I'm all pink on the what?
3 p.m.
3 p.m. 3 p.m. Alrighty, there's mine. No. You want your slice too?
No, I can do it myself.
Okay, you can do it yourself. All right. Well, I want to slice mine. Should have let it rest a little longer, but that's okay. Still gonna be delicious. All right. All right. So now let's show you how to. I've seen Tim's knife work. His knife work involves a steak knife. All right, so here's my steak, and I'm going to add some quinoa tabbouleh, just like so. This one's mine. Yeah, I know, mine bled. And now we're going to just go in and reach in. We're going to grab a couple slices of tomato, just like so. And then, thought I grabbed them. Pistachios. Okay, so I like to add a little bit of. No, it's stir one word, Timmy. Stir one word. Okay, pistachios. Okay. And this is a tomato basil feta. We're going to just take just a little smidge of that. Just drop it on the very top. Now, some of the other things that you can add to this would be some olives. If you like that brininess. Oh, also potato salad. Just like so. All right. Timmy, do you want quinoa?
No.
No. Do you want caprese?
No.
This? Okay. All righty. I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
All right. So Timmy's plate is just potato salad. I would put that steak back on. No, I'm not putting my steak back on the stove. What are you talking about? My steak. Here's Timmy's. Timmy's is nice and dead. DED dead. Okay, there we go. All right. So back over here to this pan. Let's take a look. Okay, so it's got a little bit of. So one of the things that they recommend that you do is wait until it cools off before you start hitting with stuff, because, 5-ply, probably worried about them warping. So anyhow, Munchie Mafia, there we go. Here's Timmy's little plate of sadness. He's got 2 fillets. Here's mine. Look how nice and pretty mine looks. That looks delightful. And that's a proper, little on the rare side of medium rare right there. Now I don't know if you do steak sauces. but I don't like steak sauces on mine unless it's dry and burnt. So let's take a gander at this steak, give it a tasty taste, see where we're at. Perfectly seasoned. Pterodactyl. Pissed off pterodactyl. I'm like, where's my steak, biatch? All right. Save you some. Yeah, when I do steak sauce, I like the Heinz 57. Not as heavy on the prune as A1. No, everybody has their preferences, and it's okay. But I don't need a steak sauce for this. This is divine. All right, let's dig into this. We added some pistachio and, of course, the feta. Now, if you don't like feta because it's too pungent, you can use goat cheese or just don't. I'm really all sorts of missing the garbanzo beans that I usually put in this. This is so good. So quinoa tabbouleh. Gluten-free. That feta is actually pretty good. It's not too overly salty. Now we're going to try the potato salad. Just a little smidge of sweetness. Not too overly sweet. Now, if you like yours more relishy or more pickly, deck it out however way you want. This is a tribute to my grandmother, Elva. And also the other thing is sourdough bread roll, or bread round, little one. I'll tear it off and just throw it on the plate. That is so good. So, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. The phone spaced it. What? Almost got Emily to play Rainbird. What's Rainbird? Oh, spitting across the room? So, this is light and bright. It's cold here in Washington. But in the summertime, I like to just eat side salads. Like quinoa, macaroni salad, a little bit of potato salad. Kind of missed my mouth a little bit. Whoops. I wouldn't mind having a little bit of that heat. I mean, we might have gotten over 55 today. May have. But there's a tropical storm just down toward Mexico. It could end up pushing some of the warmer air from the south up to us. Thank you very much. Definitely try this with quinoa. I think y'all would love it. I sure do. Riced cauliflower would be great in this, as well as some garbanzo beans. I was gonna do ambrosia, but I decided, you know what?
She didn't care.
What?
Nothing.
F you, man. I'll do that as a separate video. This, Timmy and I have this thing. He hates marshmallows. I love marshmallows. I like marshmallows in mine. He doesn't like it. Yeah, Janet. Exactly. That's it. Cold tuna, elbow macaroni with grapes. Wait a minute. So, are you saying that the grapes are in the macaroni with the tuna? Sounds kind of intriguing. I love marshmallows too. Plus, I also got to do my my beef noodle casserole. So that'll probably be over the weekend. Yes, grapes are in it. Okay, all right. I'll have to try that. Macaroni and cheese. Oh God, I love macaroni and cheese. Everything sounds weird to you unless it's a pizza, a pasta, or chicken nuggets, Emily. Come on now. Just try it. I mean, there was a time when I absolutely hated olives with a bloody passion, but now it's like I merely tolerate them. Alright, Munchie Mafia. So this steak ain't going to be eating itself, so it is that time. And you know how much I really hate to say goodbye. So we're just going to have to say a fond good night and a sad little toodaloo. And we'll see you next time. Don't forget to cook with love and eat with passion. Thank you all so much for coming. I really appreciate your support. Have a good night. Ta-ta for now.
Before you go, I want each and every one of you to know that I appreciate this time that we spend together. Thank you for being here. So sad that our time is done for tonight, and I really hate saying goodbye. So let's just say a fond good night, or even a sad little toodaloo. Perhaps even a till next time, maybe a ta-ta for now. We'll be here or on off-topic squirrel, because Bucci needs love too. It's been really fun with all our friends, no matter if you're old or you're new. So before you let that door slam behind you, fondle that like button lovingly and go back to your life as it were before you hit that play button on YouTube. Oh my, Chef CV. What's cooking? If you haven't yet subscribed to Munchie Mafia Official, now is that time. What's stopping you? Since you're still here on YouTube, we are saying thank you to Mrs. D's Nut Cause you are in your very own kitchen and cooking for your family, community, and friends. To always cook with love and eat with passion, unless it has Twizzlers in it. Whoever suggesting that is gonna stir up some magic. Whiskey, and a little mischief. Bakey, bake, a little mystery. With the spinning wheel of misfortune, we really ain't saying goodbye. So let's just say a fun good night. We're gonna say tonight. Perhaps even until next time. Maybe even a ta-ta for now. We'll be here or on off topic squirrel, because Bucci need love too. Oh my. Chef CV, what's cooking?
Pennywise crystal metheny.
So, in other words, her future offspring is going to be coming with a disclaimer.
Yeah, no refunds.